Roxo Media House.
Welcome into Frogs Today here, special edition on Thursday. We call these one-on-ones. Last week we were fortunate enough to visit with Kate Dykes, the First Lady of TCU football. This week we're going to focus in on men's golf after the run they had here in Fort Worth at their tournament they hosted here locally, but also at the Big 12 match play down in Hockley, Texas. Did I get that right? Yes, just outside of Houston. We're going to talk about that throughout the day here. Coach Bill Montigel is going to join us a little bit later on, but first we got three of the best here. We thought we'd give you a little local flair too, as all three of these guys are Fort Worth guys. You got to love this. Chris Berzina's alongside you, went to Trinity Valley. Am I right about that? Ethan Dial from All Saints. I knew that one. And then we got Brandon Massey, who went to Arlington Heights, who's joining us as well. Good to have you guys here.
Thanks for having us.
All right, let's start with this. If you're all three from Fort Worth, I got to know this because there's competition among schools. Did you grow up on different golf courses? Like, what's your home course, Brandon?
Ridgely Country Club.
Ridgely? Okay, what's your home course?
Rivercrest.
Rivercrest, what's your?
Mara Vista.
Okay, so it is.
Yeah.
So which one's the best golf course in Fort Worth?
Gotta be Rivercrest.
It's a long, heated debate.
See, come on now. I was wondering, but you guys get access to all of them. That's one of the great things about TCU, not only with Colonial and Shady, but the three that you guys mentioned as well. You get an opportunity to play those. Let's talk about where you guys are as a team right now. I'm just going to be honest with you. People going into this year didn't know what TCU was, probably underestimated you guys. And then you go out and you finish third in the match play in the Big 12. Chris, I'm going to start with you. What did that mean? Did you guys rally? What's this group all about?
You know, the last 2 years we finished fifth in this tournament, and we haven't been able to get over the hump of beating Texas Tech, Texas, Oklahoma, Oklahoma State. They're kind of the staple of Big 12 golf and nationwide. I mean, Texas won the national championship last year, but we went into this week and we wanted to just get in that mix of those teams, and we came really close to beating Texas Tech in the first round, and then we tied Texas super close again, and we kind of killed Oklahoma State in that final match, and it felt really good to just be in that mix of those four teams. Like, now that they have to talk about us when they talk about those four schools.
I love it that you guys brought visuals with you. This is kind of cool. No, but this will give you an idea of what the Big 12 match play finished like. You got Texas Tech and Oklahoma, then TCU, Oklahoma State, Kansas, Texas. You can see the order of it here. I'm going to hold this up a little bit more for you because here's what I want to point out, though. Texas Tech, number 1 in the country. Oklahoma, number 16 in the country. Oklahoma State, number 17 in the country. Kansas State's number 18 in the country. Texas is 20. Baylor's 30. Going into that, you were 32nd in the country. You're now 30. But that tells you right there how you overachieved, Ethan. Or did you? I mean, or did you just play up to what you guys think you're capable of?
I think we have a lot left. We could play better. And I played 3 rounds with Chris, and he won every one of his matches. So kind of feeding off that energy down there helped a lot too. You
know, it also looks like, Brandon, you guys got a group that loves playing together, that loves to get along, and everybody's kind of, hunting together out there at this point. Is that right?
Yes, sir. It's a great time. We qualify together, do everything together, really. So,
you guys talk about that as a group. I mean, y'all when you get time together, you just say, "Hey, let's go out as a group and kick their butt."
Yeah. Before we started, we had a little team meeting. Yeah,
I like those.
And we decided we were going to play good that week. So we did.
It worked out, Chris, because I think about, everybody thinks golf is an individual sport. And it is to a degree. I mean, obviously we love it when guys, can win a tournament on the individual side. But there's something about doing it as a team.
Well, especially this week where it's a match play tournament, and then, it's really not, like, there's no individual winner. Right. Yeah. So this was all team, and we kind of rallied together this week. Like, we get to ride in carts together. So, I mean, Ethan said it, we played together for 3 rounds, and we were kind of, hey, man, like, let's get it going. Like, let's do this during the rounds. And so being able to encourage each other and, like, build each other up during the round was something that we really enjoyed, and we thought we did a really good job of.
Do you find yourselves coaching each other up, helping guys on things and things like that?
Yeah, I mean, when someone hits a bad shot, we'll kind of like help them. Let's go hit the next shot. Play better next. So
yeah, that's pretty cool. How about you, Brandon? I mean, you find it an opportunity here you learn from some of the older guys, you learn from some guys around you. I mean, is it that sort of thing?
Oh yeah, definitely. I've definitely learned a lot from some of the guys on the team, and it's helped me to where I am today. And can't wait to learn some more from some of these guys.
I love the cool mixture that you guys have on this roster. You got these 3 guys from Fort Worth, but you got the international guys as well. That when we've had them on, they're super cool. They're smart. They fit it. They love being in Texas.
Yeah,
you can tell that, man. They've got boots and barbecue, man. They're all about it. I mean, that's got to be kind of cool for you guys. I mean, you grew up here, but now you still get to experience the world a little bit, don't you?
We kind of just get to show them the culture of Fort Worth, and every single one of them has really embraced it. Like, they love going to Cavender's boots and getting a new pair of cowboy hats, boots, everything. Like, they really embrace it, and we just love being able to show them around.
That's awesome. Ethan, give me some sense of these coaches, man. These guys that keep you all together like this. How are you guys rallying around that?
I mean, Bill and Adrian do a really good job of kind of keeping us as a team and wanting us to compete against each other, and they do a great job with practice and us qualifying. They get us onto the best courses here in Fort Worth, so they do a really good job.
And they drive the van down to the Big 12, right?
Exactly.
You know? Coach has got that 12 passenger down pretty good, doesn't he? Yeah, exactly. But there's more riding style. There's more to golf though than just the physical nature of it. It's the psychology of it, and I know Coach spends a lot of time on that with you as well, doesn't he, Brandon?
Yes, sir. We actually just started working with John Sinclair on our mental aspect of it. We had a meeting yesterday, but it'll be exciting to see how that turns out.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I mean, you think about it, it's nutrition, it's it's making sure you got proper rest, it's time management. I mean, it's people think being a college golfer is all glitz and glamour, Chris, but there's some work that goes in.
There's some behind the scenes things, a couple early morning workouts, but that sometimes they're a little too early, but for me, but there's a lot behind the scenes that people don't realize that goes into golf, and we're all trying to get stronger, hit the ball farther. We're all trying to pass all our classes. We're trying to keep Bill and Adrian happy. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah, and Ethan, you think about it too. The good news is you get to see some of the world. You guys are finished for the fall,
right?
But do you go to Hawaii in the spring?
Go to Hawaii in the spring. First tournament in the spring.
You don't have that circled on your calendar, do you?
Maybe.
I mean, that's got to be kind of fun. That's the reward for all the effort too, though, right?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. You what's been some of the favorite places you've played?
Big 12 match play was really fun.
Yeah.
New Mexico was good. Colonial's always fun because it's at home and everyone gets to come out and watch.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We talked earlier about the camaraderie among this group, but Brandon, there's also some competition as well because everybody's trying to get to that tournament field, right?
Oh yeah.
What's that like?
Qualifying is very competitive. I mean, that's probably why we're playing really good right now. It's great competition, just playing against, really good players. Like, Gustav just won last week, so it's great playing against great competition, and you're gonna get the best out of your game.
There's one thing that does stand out about at least 2 of the 3 folks. We got 2 lefties up here.
That's right.
And you think about it, that's Brandon's lefty, Chris is lefty. I asked Ethan, and Ethan said I'm normal. But I wonder though, that's kind of odd to find that, isn't it?
I mean, we got another guy, Jacob
On the
Scott
team.
from Denmark.
Yes.
He's lefty too. So
Right.
I mean, this week we had 3 out of the 6 guys at Big 12 match play being lefties, and some other teams brought it up multiple times.
Did they really?
Yeah, I mean, there's no other team like that.
No.
I don't know. It's strange,
Yeah.
I guess.
Do you ever find it to be an advantage at all, though, Brandon, being left-handed?
Maybe some golf courses. Maybe.
Usually they aren't set up for lefties, though.
No, we play at a disadvantage,
Right.
but we just rise above it.
Right.
So.
I was going to say, plus you struggle with scissors, too, right?
I don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about scissors, how hard it can be, I know. Hey, give me some sense, guys, as to what your expectation is now for this team. To know that it went out and it finished 3rd in the Big 12 match play, that you're number 30 in the country. Give me some sense now of where your expectation is, Brandon, for this group. How good can they be?
Really good. We had a rough year last year, and we need to get back to regionals and finish top 6 down there and make it to nationals again.
Yeah.
We got. Or sorry, you go.
No, I was going to say, go ahead, because this is a prideful group. This is a prideful program.
We've got four seniors right now. That me, Imric, Gustav, and Jacob.
Right.
We've kind of been together this whole time, and we finished 15th at nationals our sophomore year last year. Didn't go our way, and we really want to end this on a strong note. So I think we're all super motivated to kind of kick it into gear in the spring and really get after it.
Yeah. Did y'all have a conversation, Ethan, about the pridefulness of this program and the history and the fact that last year was one that you felt you kind of let guys down?
Yeah, we talked at the beginning of the year and just telling everyone. I know everyone's kind of coming back from the summer who played we had some people had a pretty good summer, and we knew that we could be good this year, better than last year. And I also think going down to Big 12s and beating schools like Texas and Tech or Ty and Tech helped a lot. So, yeah.
I would agree with that, man. Hey, what are you guys into outside of golf? Brandon, what do you do outside of golf? You got any hobbies, into anything else?
I like to play basketball a little bit.
You left-handed point guard?
No, I'm actually right-handed.
You're a right-handed
I do
point guard?
everything else right-handed.
Except play golf?
Yes, sir.
Really? How did you pick that up?
I don't know.
Yeah?
To be honest.
So you're into basketball, anything else?
Video games.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Good.
We're into going to TCU football games right now.
Right now, it's pretty fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
I mean,
awesome.
it's a ton of fun right now. What about you, Christian? Anything?
And besides going to football games, like Brandon, we both grew up playing basketball against each other in like little YMCA leagues.
Yeah.
So I mean, we go way back, all of us.
Really?
But, basketball, football games. We're friends with all the student athletes on campus. So we love supporting other groups.
That's awesome. Ethan, what are you into, man, outside of golf?
Pretty much the same thing.
Really?
Love TCU sports, so I got a lot of sports stuff. And
Yeah. Did you guys grow up TCU fans?
Big time.
Kind of.
Well,
a little
well, hold on a minute. You said yes.
Yes, sir.
You said yes.
My dad went to Texas, so
Really?
I
was gonna say.
I'm not a fan anymore.
Okay, good.
Obviously, but
Yeah, I was gonna say.
growing up, and then Bill brought me in, and
Yeah.
I was easily converted
Good.
to a Horned Frog.
How about your dad? Have we converted him yet?
He wears the purple a lot,
Does he?
especially with TCU or Texas's football struggles.
Right.
He likes wearing
Exactly.
the purple.
Finally, he's figured
He's
it out.
excited for 2 weeks or 3 weeks
Ooh,
from now for
aren't
that
we
game
all,
down
man?
in Austin.
Aren't we all? Hey, thank you guys for coming
Thank you.
by.
Yeah,
thanks
Good
for
to see
having
you,
us.
Brandon. Thank you
you.
very much, man.
Appreciate
Three local boys here, folks, from Fort Worth, making it happen right now for TCU men's golf. Stay with us now. One-on-one continues with the head coach, Bill Montigel. He joins us next here on Frogs Today.
Dave's Hot Chicken is a cult favorite and now has 2 locations in Fort Worth, Bryant Irvin Road on I-20 and Berry Street at TCU, both owned and operated by Horned Frogs. Mention the Frogs Today show and get 10% off anytime and order online at daveshotchicken.com.
The Flying T Club provides the everyday TCU fan and alum the ability to specifically support TCU student athletes. Flying T Club offers 3 levels of memberships. The Flying T Club is a nonprofit organization supporting the brand development of TCU student athletes through a series of unique event-based networking opportunities, which are exclusive to our members. These events provide a great social engagement tool for our members and student athletes alike. Follow them on Instagram at Flying T Club or online at flyingtclub.com.
Texas-based Happy Water offers the best tasting sugar-free kids drink ever made. Happy Water comes in 4 delicious flavors that you can find at local retailers and on Amazon. Each pouch contains 0 grams of sugar, 0 calories, and 0% juice. Head to happydrinks.com for more information and to purchase Happy Water. That's HAPIdrinks.com. Live happy, be happy, drink happy.
Welcome back into the Flying T Club studios. It's our special one-on-one here on Frogs Today, special edition, as we kind of focus in on men's golf. We mentioned last week we talked to Kate Dykes. I encourage you to go to the website to watch that with some great insight with the First Lady of TCU football. We're talking men's golf, though. Earlier we had Brandon and Ethan and Chris stop by Fort Worth Products here as part of the men's golf team. Now we wanted to bring in the head coach, Bill Montigel. And, Coach, first off, thank you. Thanks for letting those guys come by.
Appreciate you having me on. Appreciate you having them on.
Those guys are good guys. I mean, you could just tell they like each other. They love being around each other. And to hear them say, no, we're all TCU fans, that's fun to hear.
Yeah, absolutely. They're great guys. And one of the things that I know they told you, they love football.
Yeah.
They love going to the football games. They're so excited about what's going on right now. Yeah. 2
of them are left-handed.
Isn't that crazy?
It is kind of crazy. And you got 3 on the roster altogether. Have you had a team before that had 3 lefties on it?
I don't think I've ever had a team that had 1 on it.
Really?
And we've got 3 right now.
3. Yeah, but you don't treat it any different, right? They just go out and they play, and those guys can play a little.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
But no, we don't do anything different because they're left-handed.
Yeah, other than look at them funny, right?
Yeah.
That's it. The performance down to the Big 12 match play. You got to be proud of those guys. They took on the best of the best. We showed folks this earlier. Tech's number 1 in the country. Oklahoma 16, Oklahoma State 17, Kansas State 18, Texas is 20, Baylor was 30. You were 32 going into it. Now up to 30. You took on the best of the best and had a really good out.
Yeah, no, the guys played great. We played Texas Tech in the first round, and actually it went down right to the end.
Right.
And we ended up losing it, and they're actually number 1 in the country. But we tied Texas, and they've obviously won the national title last year.
Yeah.
And then Oklahoma State, probably throughout all the years, has had one of the better golf programs. And there wasn't a guy on our team that didn't think we could beat him, and we beat him. We beat him pretty handily.
Yeah, those guys talked about the fact that as a group, they've kind of collectively come together and just said, "Hey, let's get after it. Let's go have fun, but let's play our tails off." And they've responded, haven't they?
Yeah, no, they really have. But the truth of the matter is, we've been good for a long time.
Yeah,
We've
no
had
question.
a lot of good programs and a lot of good teams, and I think this is just another good team.
Yeah, last year you and I talked about the fact that you were disappointed. They were disappointed. It was kind of an anomaly. I still think personally, COVID and that whole last couple of years played a role in last year. But you could tell that this group wants to make up for that already.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And, you know, it wasn't easy because we lost Filippo Celli, who was a really good player that did really well this summer. And then Jacob broke his hand. So we were a little shorthanded.
Yeah.
But,
you think about Filippo. I mean, Filippo is one of the better amateurs in the world at that point this summer, wasn't he?
yeah, no doubt. And I think that's what's going to happen. Filippo's just going to keep getting better and better and better. And, you know, he's got his European Tour card now. And so,
Right.
Yeah.
That's pretty fun. When you think about these three guys from Fort Worth, I was sitting here kind of reminiscing. We had Adam Rubinson, we had Franklin Corpening, we had Travis.
Yeah, Travis Wolf.
Was he a Pasco guy too?
He was a Pasco
So
guy.
those are three Pasco guys in, right?
Yeah, we were dominating Pasco. We had really good players. Franklin was a very good player for
Right.
us. Franklin actually is out at Leonard's now. He replaced Dana Ballinger out there.
Right.
And then Travis is actually our volunteer assistant that also replaced Dana. But then we had Turner McLean that was a Fort Worth guy. So we feel like we've done a great job in the area.
Our old friend, the late Herb Stevens, took credit for all those Pasco guys. You know that, right? And getting them to TCU, had a great program going.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was fun to watch. All right, so you're done for the fall. And then the spring cranks back up again. What's this team going to do? What do you have lined up tournament-wise in spring?
So our first tournament in the spring, and this has been pretty true for the last 30 years, we're going to Hawaii.
Right.
And that's always a great opportunity to play against some great teams.
Right.
But it's a little cold here usually, so we get opportunity to go there and, you know, get out of the cold.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go to Palm Springs, and we're going to play in a tournament there. And then our next tournament's in Las Vegas. So we start right out of the gates with some great tournaments.
And you go to warm weather, too. That's the other big
Absolutely,
thing.
yeah.
And you won't have to drive the 12-passenger van in any of those, will you?
You should have seen us piling everybody in that van. Yeah.
Headed down to the Big 12 match play.
Yeah.
Well, what was the talk of that tournament after your team did what they did? What were other folks saying about your group?
You just can't believe how many notes and how many comments I've got from people, from other coaches and fans and boosters this last week, just, you know, saying great job, coach, and the kids did really well, and really proud of them.
Yeah, here's the other thing that stands out. We've had a couple of the international guys come by as well. The academic side of things for this team is pretty impressive. I mean, these guys they're for real when it comes to student athletes.
You just can't believe how good our grades are. I got a grade report the other day, and I mean, we're going to have like 10 of the 12 guys that are going to make, you know, academic All-American or All-Conference,
Right.
and, you know, it's unbelievable. And those kids are so conscientious, you know, with their grades and doing their reports and turning paperwork in. And the three guys you just had here, all really good students.
Yeah.
So I'm actually really proud of how great we're doing there.
And here's the cool thing: they're not taking sports officiating like you and I did. You know, we were in the 13th grade.
Yeah.
They're in college.
Yeah,
Didn't
no
have
doubt.
to-
It's incredible how sharp they are, and some of
Yes.
the conversations we have when we go out to dinner. You know,
Right.
some of the things these guys talk about. It's just, it's unbelievable.
Well, one of the conversations we just had, it shocked me when they told me you had a TikTok account. I love that, Coach Montigel. You said you had to remind him that you're cool.
I'm trying to get caught up on all the social media.
Yeah. Hey, tell me about, they mentioned the fact that sports psychology is starting to play a bigger role in the golf game, obviously. And you've brought a guy in to kind of help with that. Give me some sense as to how that works.
We actually have used him before. When COVID hit, we weren't able to do it. But his name is John Sinclair. He's a real good mental sports guy, and he comes in and talks to him about just all the mental things that go on in golf. You know, going out there and not letting things bother you, being patient, taking it one shot at a time. You know, if you're playing with somebody you don't like, not to let it bother you. So yeah, I think John's going to really do a good job. And we actually have another sports psychiatrist at TCU that really does a good job. His name is Matt Johnson.
Yep.
He's been working with a couple guys. I've got another guy that we work with a little bit. His name is Josh Gregory.
Mm-hmm.
He actually used to be the golf coach at SMU.
Okay.
He coaches a lot of tour guys. He was actually the head coach at Augusta and won a couple national titles.
Yes.
So we use him too because different sports psychologists kind of relate to different guys in a different way. So yeah.
And we're seeing that more and more. I mean, football
Absolutely.
brings in guys. You got baseball that spends a lot of time on that. And it's amazing how, you have to address the physical side of the athlete, but the mental side needs coaching as well, doesn't it?
It's kind of like a field goal kicker. I'm assuming that a lot of field goal kickers have got a sports because they got to zone in on what they're going to do right then. There's nobody there to help them. So these guys are using those guys a lot.
Yeah,
now.
it makes for well, it makes a complete athlete, I guess. is the way
Absolutely.
to do it. That along with nutrition too, which I know is important on your list.
And
too.
we actually have a really good strength and training guy, a guy
Yeah.
named Woody, that helps our guys out. And then
Yeah.
we have a nutritionist that talks to them about, diet and making sure they're eating enough while they're out on the
Right.
golf course, make sure that they're hydrated.
Yeah.
So we try to give them, expose them to everything. So when they, they leave here, they're ready to, go to the next level.
You can't drive them through that Chick-fil-A drive-through anymore on the way home, man. All right, so we know what the spring's going to look like. We're excited about this group. I know you're having fun watching Sonny Dykes' football team, too. You told me earlier.
What a great job he's doing.
Yes.
It's incredible. It's so fun. The atmosphere at the games is incredible. I mean, I'm going there and getting there early and going to Frog Alley and going down to JJ's tailgate
Yep.
and seeing all the former guys. So, no, it's been an incredible year.
Yeah, and basketball is in his blood, by the way, folks. Of course, obviously, was a basketball coach here. His son is part of Jamie Dixon's staff. You recruited Jamie Dixon. I mean, this might be the year, Coach.
Yeah, well, actually, I'm really excited about that also because I think they've got a chance to have a hell of a team. I went to practice the other day. I mean, gosh, they're beating each other up. They're just playing so hard and diving on the floor. And what a great job Jamie's done. I'm so proud of him. And I remember when I went out and recruited him, it seems like yesterday, but yeah.
He was a 150-pound skinny kid looking for a scholarship.
Yeah,
right?
no doubt.
Look what he's turned into. Coach, thank you for sharing Chris and Ethan and Brandon with us. Great run at the Big 12 match play. We're excited about the spring, man. I really appreciate you taking the time.
We're excited too. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Give me a handshake
Yeah,
there. There you go.
all right.
Bill Montigel joining us here. We're talking a little men's golf in our one-on-one special here today on Frogs Today. Thanks for joining us. We'll do this again when appropriate till we get a deeper dive in to get to know TCU's coaches and players and family. How about that here at Frogs Today? Until we see you tomorrow with another edition of our Football Intensive Friday, have yourself a great night.
Frogs Today is brought to you by the Flying Tea Club, supporting TCU student athletes, and by Richard's Rainwater. Say hello to the water of tomorrow. Frogs Today is a production of Roxo Media House.
Roxo Media House.